We never come forward and say we don't need capital.
No cap. To be capped up.
9 o'clock on the dot, no you should check me. Here for an hour, I promise this talk is heavy. I'm cooking, just getting started, don't go asking if it's ready. I'll be damned like we bout to break a levee. I sweat all of this content, push my conscience to a beautiful dark, twisted fantasy. I'm a monster, my posture looking like we was winning Oscars. Far from an act, but still acting like we got sponsors. Define us by the work we do, you know the work of few. Willing to get down in the trenches for the perfect view. So if you at me, then be sure to mention purpose too. And alignment, we own it, far from consignment. I seen the light, it was blind, to contribute this all the timing. Let it breathe till you find it. Get fresh, then set the table for guests. I told you that we was cooking, this compliments to the chef. Let's go.
Alright, we are back here live. And a couple things we are working through. But we are back. Good morning to all my creators out there. We here. Alright, so look, this is a production team episode, so since production gonna be on this side tonight, y'all gonna see us moving a little bit differently behind the scenes, trying to get things together, not because we can't do it, but because we want to make sure you guys know that the people that are bringing you this great content, this great vision, are the same people that are going to be in front of you tonight. So we're here to give any tips, knowledge, and just to really go over what it took for us to get here. You know, myself, I have a pretty interesting story that comes through internship, all the way through giving towards the United States Capitol, and then just taking a leap of faith. And my guy Lewis, man, let me tell you something, he's been around, most importantly, he's been doing some shoots for a really long time. So with that said, we're not going to hold you up. We got my guy Hef that's going to tap in real quick. Hef, let's go ahead and take away with the beats, and y'all going to see me tag him right now.
What's good, y'all? My name is Hef, also known as Blue Hef, coming from the Bronx, New York. You can catch me on Instagram at Blue Hef. That's BLUEH3FF. BLUEH3FF. Now, this is my second time on the show, so I'm happy to be a part of the show tonight. So I'm going to cook up some things. Cook up my recipe, chop up some things, and then chef it to y'all real quick. So check me out, all right? What's good, y'all? My name is Hef, also known as Blue Hef, coming from the Bronx, New York. You can catch me on Instagram at Blue Hef. That's BLUEH3FF. BLUEH3FF. Now, this is my second time on the show, so I'm happy to be a part of the show tonight. So I'm going to cook up some things. Cook up my recipe, chop up some things, and then chef it to y'all real quick. So check me out, all right?
Alright, man, look, I'm ready to hear the beat. I'm excited for it. Most importantly, I'm excited to be here with my guy. Lewis, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? I'm happy to be here, man.
And I mean, you know, you here. Tuesday, Thursday, you here, but it's time that the people really got a chance to see you, get to know you a little better, get to see you and how this all came about. So please introduce yourself for those who aren't familiar.
Yeah, well, my name is Lewis Tinsley. I'm a photographer from DC, born and raised. I also do a little bit of film stuff. I worked at G&E on movie sets, music videos, and then commercial editorial photography. Yeah.
Man, look, and when you say commercial editorial, let's just set the tempo right now. Like, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let y'all know, like, when he says commercial photography, he's not playing, it's not a game, it's not for jokes. He was like legitimately, and still is in these streets. And we want to get this connection right, a few seconds, there we go. Tap that in for this guy here. I mean, let's talk about your journey. Like, you know, like, you had a whole, like, photo shoot in a magazine. Talk about your work, man. How's it been to get here?
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, that was actually the first time I got published, and it was with the model there was Midori. She's actually from DC as well, still doing really, really dope stuff. And she was also the creative director of this magazine called Fashion Magazine.
Oh, wow.
And I linked up with her and this really dope stylist named Dougie Newton, who's out in LA doing his thing right now. And we just made some magic. And that was crazy because, you know, I wanted to be in a magazine for a long time.
Sure.
Yeah, but now we do that.
Now, I'm in magazines every other week, you know, I'm published, I'm throughout this space, but how did you get
like that? Yeah.
how did you get into the space of photography, you know?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to go to school for screenwriting, but I kind of just went to college after journalism. Fell out of the movie scene for a little bit, and then my friend was like, "Yo, can you like help me film these basketball games in college?" And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I did it. We started filming some like party videos and like clubs and stuff like that. It was cool. So I was like, all right, let me buy my own camera and get, you know, my professional bag and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I got a camera and I was like, all right, so I'm gonna have like some really dope photos, and they just were not turning out right. So it became like an obsession. Like I kept asking myself, what's going on? I was on YouTube University, getting books, just like scouring the internet for any type of information to do something better, you know? This was before the internet like just gave you all the info. Like you really had to do some work back in the day.
Yeah.
And then it just like stacked up from there.
And you attended Norfolk State, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Like so, I mean, if you go to shoot parties and stuff, Norfolk's kind of a good. Yeah, turn a little bit, you know. But no, I love it because even when I go through like you know you even have like this whole like journalism like moment right where you're in like this newscast room and you're thinking full circle like what's going through your mind at this moment of yo I'm here from a different skill.
Yeah. Well, when I first looking back at that photo right now, I was like, damn, I need to get some better clothes. That shirt is big as this shirt right there.
Hey man, look, if we Google anyone's photos before like 2010, it's not even like before like 2015. It's gonna be a little baggy.
I thought I was looking good in that photo too, though, but
it's a great shot.
Yeah, but thank you. That was a test shot. I was actually working in my first photography job. So I was doing headshots for like lawyers and lobbyists for like 3 years. And I started as an assistant and then eventually became the associate photographer. So I was pretty much shooting everything while my boss was like booking the bigger gigs. And we were at this news studio and he, you know, had me standing for a test shoot there.
No, man, I love it because again, it's your path, it's your journey, it's how you build yourself up, right?
Yeah.
And you know, with this track that you were on, getting into photography, like what about the craft itself? Because what I love about you as a photographer, you never took you're not the I just want to take photos. Like you knew your kind of niche and you really like carved it out. Like.
Yeah.
Talk about finding your actual lane in such a vast industry.
That's a really good question. Because before, my very first boss who took that photo, he was very business minded, you know, and he set his business up so that he scaled it up, which is something that I never thought a photographer could do. But he basically had DC corporate headshots, and he bought that domain, and then he bought, you know, Maryland corporate headshots, LA corporate headshots, yada yada yada, and then when he booked a gig in that city, he'd find a local photographer, pay them their rate, but then charge the client extra so he'd get a little bit of money off the top from there. So he was doing his thing. And I really had my mindset in the whole business side of it. So when I moved to Kentucky as an intern for someone else, I was all about business, right? I was always asking business questions. But yeah, up to that part, but it was like a year and a half from there, from moving there, that I started to really think like, what am I even like shooting, you know? Is this all for money? Like I remember I had this conversation in Atlanta with my boss and one of my really close friends, Hunter, and I was like, you know, we were all drinking a lot that time. And I was like, nothing I shoot like really means anything, you know? And they were like, damn, that's like heavy shit, like the smartest thing you ever said. And that kind of put me on a journey, like what do I care about exactly? Is it what other people want to see, or is it what I really want to push? What am I even shooting? You know what I'm saying? It became a whole big thing. I still think about that a lot today. I don't know if that really answered your question.
No, I mean it does in the sense of like, you know, it became a little bit more purpose driven in your photography. Like you weren't just shooting just to shoot anymore. You weren't, and I won't say anymore. I mean, I can't say that you ever really have. Like the things you've done had purpose because they kind of elevated you to get to a place where you're like, I'm shooting nothing, like, you know, to push you in that mindset. And you know, I mean, just comparatively, I guess in today's episode is a little unique. We're talking about just our collective journeys a little bit. I kind of think a little bit to my part of it, where I mean, for me, it was kind of in the space of 9 to 5 working. Like I found myself, wanting to be in the music industry just since I was young. Like that was always my thing. And it got to the point where it was like, hey, like this doesn't sustain you, so find something that does. You get a job, and you go through these trials, but then you start to find, you really sit down one day and you ask yourself, like, what is it all for? Like, I was literally given tours to the United States Capitol, to, school, university students all the way down to kindergarten kids that would come in on class trips. And I would engage these people, and I was sitting here without a degree in history, but going through history, and I was like, I'm capable of a lot, but I don't feel like I'm giving anything to this world. Like, I'm not giving any type of impact. And so I think that alignment was like, for you, like, you're like, what is my impact in this industry? Like, if they were to close my portfolio today, what is the idea of it? So what was the trial and error for you of figuring out, like, what a meaningful shot was?
Oh man, so I came out the bat shooting, well not out the bat, I came out shooting really creative stuff in the beginning, right?
Sure.
And it was just like really dope collaborations, but I wasn't really getting paid for that. And I saw my second boss, doing editorials like editorial portraits and a little bit of editorial fashion stuff. And I was like, okay, well I need to start getting paid. So I started like focusing on that. And I was working for the money at that point. And then I started looking at my new work, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I got into some places that I would never thought I got into, but I was like, but is this me though? Like I was getting paid finally, but I wasn't happy with what I was producing, And I was like, what's more important? Is it the money, or is it like the respect of the craft and like the bullshit? And so I've been trying to find a good midpoint, but sometimes you do take jobs for the money, sometimes you just bang out some really dope stuff because it's in you and you get it out,
Yeah, no, I mean, and I think it does, and I mean here, like this is kind of one of like the like, I don't want to say cuts of like your photos or anything of that nature, but I definitely found this image, and I'm trying to crop it so the world doesn't see like everything that we got going on here. But like this image, like, talk about this shoot, and I love it because it's so expressive. Like, shout out to Drew, by the way. And in fact, we'll visit that a little later. But were photos like this kind of what you had in mind when you were like considering what you actually wanted to go down the path on?
I always kind of wanted to do some really fun creative stuff like that. But the funny thing about photography is like, there's gigs, there's projects where you take point, and it's like it's completely my vision, and I gotta have X, Y, and Z perfect, right? And then there's times when people like create their own mood board to come to you and like, hey, you're a problem solver at this point. They have a thing they want to produce, and it's up to me to figure out how to get that exact look. And Drew came to me and said, hey man, I want to do some GQ stuff. He sent me a few sample images, and we just got in the studio, ironed it out, and like, yeah, I love that. I still use that image for today. It's like really fucking good.
No, I mean it's a fire image, and even I kind of even like just for the giggles of it, like I love this transpose you did of it and showcasing it because again it's art at this point. Like it's bigger than just hey let's take a picture and shoot. It's let's produce art, and what does that art actually look like? So going off of this topic with Drew, like. Talk about like how we actually got a chance to connect, because we met at a URB, so like what was that experience like, that conference like? Let's just go do it.
Yeah, that was really funny shit. I was not gonna go at first, and I was like, this is stupid. I need to get down there. I was living in Louisville at the time, so I got a ticket. I drove down there. I don't know if it was almost got fired, so I went down there.
Oh,
something. Yeah, it was a whole thing. We'll get into it.
Let's get into it now. I mean, if you can.
I was working part-time, and I had everything covered. Like, this person could cover me, yada, yada, yada. And my manager at the time was like, he got pissed off at the person that was supposed to cover my shift. And then they started calling me up, like, yo, you need to come to work. And I was like, yeah, I already followed the protocols to make this happen. I'm actually already in my Airbnb.
I'm sleeping good right now, man. I really need you guys to go.
And it was the whole thing. It was like, I knew I needed to be down there. There's some dope people I want to connect with.
Yeah.
So I went down there and solo. Didn't think I was going to meet anybody that I knew. I ended up seeing some people I went to college with, Ryan and all of them, and then we were going to this chicken spot, and they were like, "Yo, my guy has he's saving us a table," and I was like, "Okay, cool, I'll go with him."
Yeah.
And then that's when we linked up.
At the chicken spot.
Yeah, and it was a fire chicken spot.
Dog, let me tell you something. I couldn't get to, because at first I was thinking there was a line. Luckily, I knew someone in the line, and I was like, "Bet, I'm sliding with them, but I'm still getting my own table." And yeah, that chicken was actually really, like, honestly, like, I'm not even making that trip to that, but yeah. And it's funny because, like, I didn't even know that you drove down there. I drove down there too. Like, from DC, I did like a solo journey. Like, it was like one of these, like, liberating, oh man, like, this is the next step to the rest of my life kind of trip for me. And the same idea, like, I went down there, Dolo. I met Ryan. I met with Ryan for the first time down there. My homegirl was on a couple weeks back, Jasmine. I met her down there, and actually I met a lot of people who are currently in my life down there. So shout out to BYOB for that one. But the biggest thing in that moment was just I kind of had a feeling of being while I was down there. Like, you would see, like, I was sitting there moving, I'm like, alright, cool. And then like, I'm moving, I'm somewhere else, and then I'll come back and still connect. And
you were sitting over, like, you were sitting down on me for a second, and then 20 minutes later, we had that such in the hallway, we had a great conversation, boom, and I was like, hey, I'm doing this whole thing wrong. I set my game up.
But I loved the energy, because even down there, like, we were talking, and in fact, we actually met up with a guy who was a journalist in New York. I forget his name on top of my head, but that's when we went off to lunch and we had a conversation about, like, what we're doing craft-wise. And I really got to see your idea and your vision as a photographer in this space. Like, you weren't looking at it as I get a camera, I take pictures. You were looking at it like as if this was like your memoirs. Like, every photo you take kind of had a stamp on who you were. And so, like, for you, having such a great mentor, I'm sure, was key. But like, what was it that developed you to just appreciate the space that you were in?
Having dope mentors was definitely important, and also, having people who were, I always said that we were in the shit together, me and the other interns that were in that one little thing, because we want to do so much shit all around the country, and it left us with some heavy standards for ourselves, and I remember I was out at this bar once, and I was like, my idea for a shoot is if I try to give everybody something new that I haven't done before, otherwise I kind of feel like I'm cheating in every way. Yeah. And then this dude was like, hey, that's like a lot of pressure on me. I was like, damn, that is kind of a lot of pressure. Right? But that's just how I was wired. Now I want to give every client something new because I'm finding something new in myself and I'm bringing something new to the table. I don't know why that is. That kind of was fire under my ass and make it happen, but that's just how I am.
Yo, and with that, right? Since I mean, like you were in Kentucky at the time. Talk about that experience, like being. Let's just say in Kentucky. I don't know city, I don't know nothing, but just being in Kentucky, being from DC, what was that experience like, and what really kept you there?
Yeah, that was an interesting experience. I just wanted something different. I would go anywhere. I was gonna go to, India or any type of opportunity that comes up. I was gonna take it. But there was a really dope photographer named Clay Cook, and I followed him on F-Stalkers, which was like a website that was like known for photographers and everything. And he had his internship, and I was like, I looked a pretty decent job to go to this. I applied 1 year, didn't get in, and I was like, all right, let me come at it harder next year, which I did. I flew out there, met him up, had a good time, and then I went down for an unpaid internship for a year. So I was out there hustling on the side to make sure everything would work. So I was working at a restaurant from like 4 to 9 p.m. After that, clock out, do Lyft and Uber until like 2 a.m. And then wake up at like 8 a.m. to like do the internship stuff. We were shooting all the fucking time, every single day. And it was really interesting because I saw him go from like editorial magazine stuff to eventually big commercial stuff. So like shooting with Lifetime and Forbes magazine and like, you know, Little Women in Atlanta, all this shit. It was an amazing experience, and I feel like everybody should have something like that, you know.
And no, I love that, and please, like, I want to slow walk that idea through a little bit, because your idea to just intern, like you left a paid job for an internship. What was it about either him particularly or this opportunity where you were like, the money doesn't outweigh the opportunity?
Oh yeah. It was really funny because I was working with a marketing agency on and off, and I had a meeting with them where they were like, yo, we want to start sending all of our clients to you, and if you as a collaborator will keep sending people to you like every month. And then we got other projects that we want you to be a part of. And I was producing really good shit at the time, but I knew that there's so much that I didn't know about. I wasn't ready for it. And I remember asking, I was like, so I'm planning on moving to Kentucky. Is there a way we can submit it to work? Can you send it to Kentucky? I'll shoot it down there. And they were like,
sending the whole people to Kentucky, like, oh, hey, I got booked you for the shoot to Great Lake in Kentucky.
And it was two parts. They were like, well, we'll need to discuss this. And, but that was pretty much a hell no, you know. But yeah. But no, I'm so glad that I moved, because if I took those opportunities, yeah, I would have learned more. But like it's a different mindset. When you're working, and when you're learning and like spending all your time immersing yourself into other people's stuff, the growth is so much more. It's explosive, you know. Yeah. So now I'm much more equipped to do everything, you know. You have no idea, man. I feel like I would have fumbled that bag if I had done that right there. Wouldn't put the money right in there, no, I couldn't have done it.
You know what, and the thing that I appreciate about that is, for me, I'm a big advocate of interning for the career path you want. You know, because people think you can only intern coming out of college, and you more likely intern in a major that you don't really care about, right? But you might find yourself wanting to do something else. And yet, you're like, all right, how do I get it on my resume? How do I build it? Well, for me, that's always been one of two ways. I either create the position for myself, i.e. executive producer of the show, and go make it, or I find someone who just is really has their vision that I can get behind, and I'm like, yo, I understand anybody in the world needs help. Like, there's not a single person from your Jay-Z to your Jesse down the street, right? Everyone needs help. And so if I know coming into an opportunity that, yo, I like what you're doing. If nothing else, you need to help out with emails, be on calls, like check them out, and then kind of evolve yourself. Now, I've already increased my leverage in this industry. Because then, people also see you next to them, right? And it's like, oh, you know him? Cook that, I'm out. You know,
I've seen that.
It's literally, I mean, and for what it's worth, that's how, you know, my opportunity became along. Because it's funny, I was an attendee with you that year, and the following year I'm helping to plan for the conference. And it was literally taking that attitude of service. Like, look, I love whatever's happening over here. I have a certain set of skills that I can bring to the table, but more importantly, I'm willing to learn. And that doesn't come with age, that doesn't come with a degree, that doesn't come with anything other than a willingness to do. And so, you know, I'm grateful to see like someone else had that same vision and just took it. So you're in Kentucky, you're shooting, you put in a couple years out there. What was your deciding factor to come back?
Well, I always planned on moving back. My mind is going to be, I'm going to do the internship for a year and then go straight back. But I built so many connects as an intern, and I was like, well, it's time to start, using that, And Kentucky was a little like sandbox for me. Like, I could do a lot of stuff and fail, and a lot of stuff, and like, I'm going to be back home, wouldn't really know. But also, there's like a testing ground for me to like see if I can get meetings with these magazines or meetings with X, Y, and Z, and how do you get that done. So yeah, I've been saying for another year and started doing a little bit of editorial work and some more freelance assistant stuff. And then I stayed one more year because my guy finally got me on set for films. And I was like, oh, this is going to be another dope learning opportunity. And films, man, that's another beast. I got my ass kicked on so many films, but also some of the best time of my life. And that's a whole other thing.
So let me ask you, do you see yourself like, you know, it's like, I know like, I don't want to say you're a master of photography, but like, you're a sniper. You are a trained assassin with a lens. You know, how does that translate to film?
You know, it's a lot. It's so interesting, man. Like, in some ways, photography is a lot easier. In other ways, film is a lot easier. Because with film, you can actually see the lights, you know. But with photography, like shooting strobe down, so you really gotta know what you're doing. They all kind of work in the same vein, but as long as you have the right angles and eyes, you can translate it into film. And then knowing how to light, how to motivate scenes, and
yeah, and I love the image of you as a shooter, because like, I mean, just the attention to detail, like the setup itself. I've never been shooting that good on the setup of the shoot, so clearly I be set up. Yeah. But you know, I mean, it can be as easy as a camera and a muse, or a full-on like set. So like, what is your comfort zone? Like, what do you like to have equipped around you when you're shooting now?
That's another good question, because it's like one of those things where, like, I don't know if this makes any sense. It's like the grass is always greener on this side. I can do a whole lot of creative stuff, and then I'm like, damn, I need to do more like real people portraits and stuff like that. And I'll do that, and I'll like dive in first, and then do mad portraits, and I'm like, I gotta do something creative. What am I doing? And I keep going back and forth. So, and then it all depends. Like the creative stuff, I need to have a lot here because I need to control everything. And then the portraits, it's really minimal. It's like one light can pretty much get the job done. Because if you're piggybacking off of the light bulb, the way I shoot it, and then you just kind of use your one light to kind of just cut and pop into the shadows a little bit, so that they kind of pop a little bit. But that's like one way. You can also go ahead, you know, go crazy off the wall and like that shit up. Yeah, it just depends. It just depends on how you're doing.
No, I think that's why, like, again, director of photography is very minimum who you are. Because, I mean, it's an experience. It's about what you want to do. What you want not only the muse to feel, but what you want the person who views the photo to feel. And I did it in service because I had, like, this great, like, you just did a bomb photo shoot at the Wendy's, and I had the photos saved and didn't transfer over because I was taking on that, but you know, describe what's been your most pivotal moment of the journey where you were like, I can quit right now.
That's a tough question. Well, I'm sure there's a few different answers to that, but earlier in the year, before, like right before COVID, I was down in Kentucky again on my first like actual commercial gig, and I was working with this multinational company called CNTLN. They actually make aluminum like everything and all that stuff. And I had been an assistant on so many gigs like that, but to actually do one on my own was really dope. That was a big accomplishment. I was like, dang, I remember when I first got a camera, I was shooting like fucking trees and shit. Like, this is dope. And my guys were like, whatever. So then to actually get like a fucking commercial job and all that stuff, that was really dope. And I was like, alright, cool. Now I did that. It's one of those things that once I did it once, I'm like, okay, cool.
That's the thing for you.
Yeah.
Nah, and I mean, for me, I would have to say, thinking about this, like, this journey, because there's so many times you quit, so many times you go back, right? For me, I did the whole quit my job over a year ago, and I'm gonna be completely transparent. Not a single penny in place. Like, you know, I was fortunate enough that just to do relationships, I was able to do some side jobs for a few people. But it really got to the point, and I want to say it was around this time last year. Actually, I took my job in June, did it for the first time out of the country. I was like, oh, my life about to change, turn up, everything's gonna be amazing. And I found myself get to the place where like my side hustle gigs were like, yeah, we can't keep you anymore. It's been good, but time is hard. Like, we're going into holiday season. I can't pay you out of pocket like I used to.
Yeah.
And it was the point where you think like, I know that I can go back to my old job. I was on good terms, you know, but I didn't want to face that defeat. I didn't want to face those people like, see you trying, welcome back. I didn't want to do that, you know. And I dug in and I said, well, what's for me going to be for me? And I got a phone call like, hey, you know, we're building something over here. You know, we can't pay you a lot. We can get you in the door and we can see where this goes. And you know, I got myself in the door, and it's been a hustle. You know, I'm not gonna act like, you know, this whole entrepreneurial space is one that's lucrative. I'm not even going to pretend like it's the best time because I don't have an idea of time anymore. Like, I'm literally 9 to whatever and whatever 9. Like, this is a grind. So that moment in October of last year, I found myself really like, if I am who I say I'm going to be, I gotta stay here. And that was kind of my push over the hump. And you know, I say that because I just think like as creative people, there's a lot of humps that come up. Like, you know, I mean, I'm sure that you can kind of attest to some even recent. Like, what is the biggest reminder for yourself? What's your logical answer to get through the humps?
You know, I really feel like it's like a fucking football game, you know, and like life is just fucking hitting you over and over. You're like grinding tooth and nail, clawing to get, you know, yards down, you know, inches down. But then you're like, that's not give up. But then you kind of look back and see how far you got down through this, like, can't stop that. And you see all the progress, you just gotta keep going, man. Yeah. So then you just gotta keep getting up and just keep going, you know.
So, and I love that because I think it adds to this next idea, right? Because when you get into the hump, right, there's an opportunity everywhere. Yeah. Like, everybody in mom, especially when you're as good as you are, everybody in mom can find something for you to do. Like, hey, take this little, how do you appropriately scale, like, how do you appropriately decide who to work with? Like, what does collaboration look like? What does clients look like?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Collaborations is alright. Everybody says like we can do something really cool and like I said, different. You know, that I haven't done before. Like, yeah, absolutely, we open that. And then client-wise, it's just, you know, it can't get my day rate. Is this like a really cool project? Is it a dope opportunity? And I always have a dope opportunity. You know, it's always dope.
Like, yo, hey, I got this, you know, music video. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be me and fire. Like, that's how I shoot. But I agree. So like,
kind of check out YouTube though. You know what I'm saying? Day rate is important. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much how it is. Also, yeah, if it's something completely new to me, like I'll be down. Like I'll shoot, like I mean, you see my work, it's like all over the place. I have some like really cool, intimate portraits, and then like really dope, and you know, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't want to limit myself to one of those. You know, I have to do it all, or else I'm gonna feel crazy. You know.
No,
I think that's exactly why I didn't want to have I didn't want to do the same thing over and over again.
Talk about it.
I moved into photography so I can be creative, and I just didn't go over and over again. So don't tell me that I can only do one type of photography.
Sure. Now, and on the flip side of that, because you know, I don't want to sit here and sound bashing on 5 like
yeah, it's
like, what are some of the biggest things you've learned leading the 9 to 5 that helps springboard you into entrepreneurship, or what are some of the tools you pick up already?
Oh, it's just that pretty much everything that prevents you from getting stuff as an excuse. So it's like literally everything is excuse. If this is not even done, that's an excuse, and I need to work on that. And then also just to be ready for anything. 2 minutes life is crazy. And honestly, like I said, it's like if things are normal, okay, and like some anxiety, like something might happen, you know. Yeah. stuff about it, like that, just be ready for anything, and yeah. I don't know who talk about it, like, I'm always moving. I don't even post a lot of the behind the scenes stuff I'm doing, but like, I'm always doing something. And it's pretty crazy, yeah.
Nah, I mean, I would say for me, like, thinking of that 9 to 5 space, you know, I would say that I always had an idea that I wanted to be somewhere where I just kind of build the environment I work with, right? I didn't know that we entrepreneurship. I didn't go to college. I found myself going to trade school and just taking the same route and going to the workforce. And I picked up a lot. You know, one of my longest standing jobs was working at a music store. And I ended up becoming a manager for this company. And one of the things my district manager said to me when we sat down, because, you know, I was a trash manager. Like, I was manager, like, yo, no, I was great to my employees, great to, like, the team that we work with, but I was on the phone with my cell phone, like, yeah, what's going on? Like, sending messages. And they put me to the side and he's like, you know, I understand you got a life, but, you know, you have to understand that what you do in increments, your staff will do in excess. Like, you know, as a manager, if you, even if you're like, God, I would bring my phone out once on the floor, like, no alternative, they're going to bring it out 10 times because they don't know what manager to do at one time. And I mean, as unfortunate as it is to say, I know words, that's kind of how you can turn these declines of our country. Like, what the president does and middle, the people doing excess. And it's like, that was one of the things that really stuck with me from my music job. And then from my capital job, it was, you know, understanding, like, yo, I am not, a degree doesn't define me. You know, I think discovering that I was able to reach a place where I was working along people who literally spent their life in history textbooks. I'm talking masters, all these programs, and we're in the government under the same qualification levels. And I'm like, oh, I'm here. Like, I can do this. I can still provide this experience even without having that degree. And I looked at it as not a bachelor's degree or anything like that, but I looked at it as just a pure example of what effort looks like if you want to be something. And it was in those times that I realized that, alright, whatever I do next, I'm going to go all in for it. Because I can figure out this history that, and I'm talking about bad. Like, when I got there, like, hey, it was 3 minutes of dumping it. So, you know, by the way, I do know the legislative, like the legislative, executive, judicial, FYI, in the streets. But, you know, for you, man, I really think about, you know, I mean, your developmental growth, but just your eye. You know, you have a skilled eye, right? That I think that a lot of people who are in this space, in this creative space, they're trying to learn how to master that craft. What did those hours look like for you? Like, did you give yourself grace along the way to get better, or how did you improve along the way?
Oh man, no, I didn't give myself much grace. It was just like, this looks garbage, man. And that's why I kept like trying to figure out, alright, well maybe it's the research, maybe it's the lighting, maybe it's this. And that's why I was doing it. I was like, there's still something missing here, and I need to learn. And I'm still learning, like it's a lifelong, you know, I'm a lifelong student. I continue to consume knowledge and stuff like that, but there's always things that I'm working on, and I'm still really critical of everything that I do.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just how it is, you know? It's actually funny. I remember when Kanye came out with this one album, and then I remember I downloaded it, and then he re-edited it and put it out again, and I was like, this is a completely different thing. And I understood what he was doing because I do that all the time. I like finish the project, and I go back and I'm like, hey, no, I did this and that, third. You know, 2 weeks off, and looking at it again, I'm like, oh, this could be way better on X, Y, and Z, and then I'm just doing that.
Yeah, and the thing that I think about when I'm doing editing, like, I ain't gonna shout out this moment for you, right? This moment, you were featured in Forever 21. Like, what was this like actually like?
Yeah, that was interesting, man. That was really dope. It was pretty mind blowing. honestly, I was really happy to be featured in that.
Memories, like, no, I mean, so for me, right, when I'm looking at this and I'm thinking this too, I'm like, wow, like, first off, this is a national brand. This is something that, you know, everybody in mom's probably had a niece or a nephew that stopped in front of her, or at least a niece that went to church with me. You know, and, you know, with that said, like, to see photos that you've taken, travel, like, what stories have your photos told for you that you feel like you haven't been able to yet?
Oh, man. See, the photos are just like the tip of the iceberg, you know, like, there's so much that goes on during the shoot, like the conversations. That's why I love portraits, and I know they might not always look the most exciting image, but like, I'm literally shooting people in fields that I've never, you know, would normally never talk to and all that stuff, you know, so I'm like having conversations with, you know, before it was headshots like lawyers and lobbyists, and now it's like, authors, like presidents of like this organization or like this school of science or whatever. It's like picking their brain, seeing how they look at the world, and then kind of getting an idea of who they are, you know, and how they do the world. That's so interesting to me because we all come about it a little bit differently, and like sometimes, pretty much, we all, what's the word? We can all connect on a certain level, and that's part of the game, is like figuring out where me and this random stranger from a completely different background can connect.
Yeah.
They did it right there.
Yeah.
And then,
That's the key, because, you know, when you realize that you know, at the basis of every person, they want to connect to somebody. You know, people want to feel love. People want to feel respected. They want to feel like they're valued. You know, and when you are able to just make a connection, at least one of those circuits to people, you know, it's lasting impression that can lead to opportunities for you, and that's networking in itself. You know, I mean, one of the things that I would question for you is, you know, you seem like someone very well, like, I don't want to just say, I'm not going to say well educated, because, you know, I think that's a whole perspective in itself, but someone who's very informed and involved. How do you stay up to date and just ideas, thoughts, like the books that you're reading, podcasts, like what inspires you in the space that you're in?
oh man, yeah, I constantly am consuming podcasts, music, articles. I'm reading articles about like until 2 a.m. pretty much every single day. But as far as like what inspires my work, funny thing, I cannot. If it's a separate image that inspires a shoot, it will bother me. It would drive me crazy. So I have to look at like music or movies, or you know, go to museums or something and like look at different art. I cannot be influenced by other people's like talk. It would drive me crazy. And I don't know if that is something that you connect when you like rapping about stuff.
Oh yeah. I heard, like, honestly, when I was in artist mode, you know, I had to go record. I couldn't listen to radio. Like, someone like, no, here, nah. And it's nothing against the work that's being out there. It's just that, just competitively, naturally, if you take the time and you're listening to, or you take the time in whatever craft you are to focus on something that the next person put out, you have to understand that you are already behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've already embraced that creative moment, released that creative moment. So if it's sounding like, yo, we gotta emulate that sound's gone already.
Yeah.
That picture's gone already.
Yeah.
And so, if you really want to inspire, if you really want to create, it requires you to be at a place where there is nothing else to feed you other than the creative energy itself.
Yeah, true. I mean, the only photographs that I can really look at and like admire are like really old photographs. You know, so I have like these old art books, old paintings, comics, and like old photo books that are so fucking dope. And I will look at those all the time, like draw inspiration, because they were shooting some really back in the day. You don't even see any around here anymore. Like nothing even close to it. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely set ways people shoot now. There's definitely some unique people out there as well, but for the most part, it's like big trends, and then we just cut the shit and go back to like the 60s, 70s, 80s, and it would like even just old album covers that they shot at.
No, I agree. I think that's the same Like, this is nostalgia maybe that to a lot of things that we enjoy and love, but I think the biggest thing is that because of the process of it all, right? Like, cause that used to be me, you can listen to my own records and I will see how they were stitched together. Like, I did go to school for audio engineering, so we had to do like a whole tape process and how they like slice the razors to actually put reels together, to put songs together. Like, that was how things was done, and it was so much care that went into it that you felt like everyone a part of the process really cared. And now one person can do it all, right? You know, like, I mean, we're sitting here shooting a production with the two of us on this side, and it's just us.
Yeah.
And this would have been something that would have probably like just blew the minds of, you know, early, like, you know, John Williams or just someone in those spaces. So, you know, I think it's a good transition. Just, you know, how has it been with just this show and working on this show as a creator, as someone who looks for new things to do?
It's been interesting, man. I've learned a lot more than I thought that I would. You know, it's just a whole different world that I don't really get into. And thanks for, you know, extending the opportunity. But, you know, learning about the switchboard, all that stuff, interesting. And like, you know, it's just like, someone's like, look back, like, I can use this on like a future project on, you know, X, Y, and Z. Just let the mind kind of just roll. Like, okay, I'm learning this, and this. Okay. And this is just a pivot point because, you know, we're going to go do this, you know?
Yeah, and it's that, and it's so much more because it's like, think about it. I mean, even just before this started, right? We're going through bit frames per second. We're trying to figure out, you know, what's the best quality we can offer, what's the best, like, how do we evolve, how do we grow? And I think that the biggest thing for me that I enjoy about this is we've been able to really share this experience, like, with the people who can tap in, right? Like, those who come from Instagram Live and now doing this on YouTube, like, there have been increments of change, increments of growth, where you just realize that this is going somewhere. Like, it's going somewhere. Anything that is of value in life should have this feeling of progression. And man, the biggest progression was honestly, you know, just having your eye here, coming in with the lights, like, you know, people don't appreciate the green lights that are just accent in the space, you know, and I highlight that in this episode because, you know, for anybody who's a creative, who's a producer, whether you want to be on this side of the camera or on the opposite side, you know, understand that your work is appreciated, right? Everything that you add to something is value. Just add to it, like, you know, and I've been having the time of my life doing this, so, you know.
This has been really fun, man. Like, you can just wising me up with all these channels. It's been really fun. That's my favorite one right there. People
they can't see it. There's like a light here that's really like helping to access something.
Yeah.
So, look, you know we've done this often. I'll start with you. And again, please, tell people where to support, like, you and your journey.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Louis Tinsley, LouisTinsley. And then if you want to email me, you can email at louistinsley.com. That's a good reach me.
And I mean, the shooters, but you know, I always ask, you know, what does legacy mean to you, man?
You know, I knew you were going to ask that. I was trying to come up with a good answer. But legacy for me is just having my loved one, my friends, family know that I was there for them. Because you gotta give up so much time when you're pursuing your creative passion, that you're not always there.
Yeah.
And that's another reason that keeps me going, because I want to make sure that everyone's good, and then, I'm gonna be good at you all.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only legacy I want.
Nah, man, and I think, for me, I'll say, again, do a quick plug, so, hey, I'm a guy named Cook on all social platforms, creative architect, taking things from ideation to execution, and I'm enjoying this whole curated space, and to think of this legacy conversation, I think we kind of talked a little bit last week, Tuesday, when Lane was here, when I was just like, for me, legacy is just consistently legacy for me is consistently leaving breadcrumbs for those that I love. To know, like, not only did I do everything I could for them, but if they in their hearts find that they need to connect with me some way, that they still need to hold on, I've left enough with them where they know that they can carry out my ideas, my vision, and I'm still right there with them. Yeah. Legacy is something that has since passed my lifespan. It's one that I hope that if it makes a little blip in the history of the time, that's cool, but I just want to be able to make the impact of those who have my phone number, you know, who pass by me, even if it's a touch and go, you know. I think of the BRB conference. There was a lot of touch and go situations for me, you know, but I pray that each person that came in contact with me could at least feel like he genuinely, you know, was about whatever he was talking about, even if they don't fully know it. So yeah, man, I think I'm grateful for today because this is also just a moment of appreciation of just where we are. Yeah. You know, this is going to be one of those things that we're going to look back on and say, hey, this moment was when it was these two guys, and look at where we are now. Yeah. And even if it doesn't get that far, I'm just glad that we got here, man. Yeah. So I just got to thank you, bro. Yeah, man. I won't be here without you. 100%. Like all this, we'll still be on Instagram complaining that the video ain't get saved, but you know, here we are just progressing and trying to be more, trying to do more. And so with that said, it's time for the cook up. We're gonna go ahead and check in with producer F, who's been cooking up, and we are going to let him rock out. So you'll see me click that button now.
Cooking up. This is what I got. Time. Thank you, Cook Man. Thank you for having me, cooking up, chefing up my recipe. And you can follow me on Instagram again. That's BRUEH3FF. I got music on all streaming platforms. I got a beat tape on there called Show Me the Work. So just follow me on Instagram when I got more content coming your way. All right.
I got man, I appreciate that, and again, thank you again for just sending me your work, being a part of this. We definitely have some more coming for the producers because I want to make sure that for music producers that this platform is something that they can also thrive from, and a lot more in store. Any closing thoughts, man, from you before we move up?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for bringing me on, and honestly, a lot of stuff you've done behind the scenes for me because you actually got me a few days when I first moved back to DC, which is really dope. And I'm really excited to see where you go, where the show goes, and yeah, thanks again.
Man, look, mutual, I told you, it's like, when you were thinking of leaving Kentucky, as soon as you get back, I got you. And I mean that. I mean that for you, for just any person that, you know, is advocating their creative gifts and pursuing their passion and purpose. You know, there's an area that I can consider and can put you in that position to win. I want to see you win, because if I refer you when you win, I win too. So, you know, I appreciate that. To all my creators out there, I want to say good morning. I hope you guys took a little bit of something from this on your journey to add, whether you're someone in 9 to 5, use this time to educate yourself on ways to grow if you leave your organization at some point, or take this time to just make the most of what you can on the side. But either way, stay cooking, Take care.